YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? If this your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post up new content. For those of y'all that's gonna watch this show, I'm let's just say let's just put it on out there, right? I'm not a Trump supporter. However, I applaud anybody that can take that have studied the American system for what it is, for what it was, and what it's about to be. You know, I applaud anybody that have studied it and they can act like really get away from what has already been established. And so for the latest and greatest, right? Well, I'm not gonna say latest, or I'm not even gonna say greatest, but apparently Donald Trump has been in the news ever since he left office. So they want to blame him for the January 6th insurrection, which for the most part, I'm still trying to figure that one out because I'm just like, who gave the order, right, to actually like really stand out, to tell the security of the White House to stand down, and we just let a whole bunch of random motherfuckers come in, right? And now that I actually really stop and think about it for a minute, with technology being the way that it is, who said that was the motherfucking White House? Okay, so and then here's a guy that, for the most part, when he did run, now I'm pretty sure eventually he did turn in his tax returns, but and right off he didn't want to turn in his tax returns because again, Donald Trump, right, or people like him have looked the situation, have looked the American system over, and know that income tax is unconstitutional. So why show something that you know for a simple fact that is unconstitutional? So yeah, I wouldn't have turned in shit neither, especially when I know the real deal. Apparently, he did, or still do, right? So now the latest and greatest. So apparently, when President Trump was in the White House, he just stole some shit that he was supposed to steal, and which I have a problem with that. Not, I don't listen. I don't have a problem with anybody that, for the most part, that they may really love this country and what it actually really is supposed to stand for, right? What I do have a problem with is that if this is the country that's supposed to be the greatest in the world, right? And then you got documents of how you trying to fuck over people, then yeah, I got a problem with that. Because it's just like what I said. I served this country 21 years, right? Been some of it. I've put like this. I've been to damn near everywhere that I could go that my MOS would have allowed me to go. I did my 20. I served my time. Do I get my just due? No. As far as my disability, no, I don't. Right? And for the most part, the shit is like pulling teeth. And so after a while, you get tired of the dentist pulling that motherfucker. No matter how much gas or how much numbing shit that they give you, after a while, you just gonna say, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Right? So my whole deal is this. It's no different than when you look at the alphabet soup group people, and they don't like to be talked about. And the only reason why they don't like to be talked about because they know that they ain't nothing. But like this, they trying to be something that they can never be. Or in other words, you ain't nothing but a group of fucked up people. And so I tend to look at the United States government the same way. What? Here it is. Y'all want to clown LeBron James, Brittany Griner, whatever the fuck her name is, right? But again, it's what the thing about it though is that I told y'all how I felt about Brittany Griner. That bitch ain't over there. Okay? All of this is nothing more than motherfucking distractions. And then who's to say that this shit that's going on with Donald Trump with these so-called documents that he stole? Who's to say that ain't nothing but bullshit? But my whole deal is we have, for those of us that has been here, that's been living here in this country, we know how fucked up that the American government is. Yeah, we talk about it on a daily basis. And so my thing is, okay, where we had it like this, anytime when you get somebody and put them in a position of power, and then they can actually really go in and be like, oh shit, whoa, wait a minute, this is fucked up. Right? So you do what you can, you take the documents out or whatever. And then so my thing is, okay, well, how do you know what the fuck this motherfucker took? First and foremost, right? I mean, because my whole deal is, it's just that, you know, with some people, it's almost like being part of a group and they done told you all the secrets, right? But in order for you to learn all of the secrets, you gotta join the group. And then once we tell you all the secrets, then you better shut the fuck up, or we gonna kill you. We might not necessarily kill you, but we may fuck up somebody in your damn family. So for the most part, you're in a, it's almost like a catch-22 almost, right? Yeah, you want that position of power, if indeed that's what the fuck you want to call it. But at the same time, you actually really want to tell the American public what the fuck is going on. Say, hey, guess what? This is what the fuck they doing to y'all. Or this is what the fuck they trying to do to y'all. Right? But at the same time, though, you know, you got to look at yourself and be like, okay, I can see it for myself, right? And I know that it's fucked up. And then sometimes a lot of us that might want confirmation. But then again, you gotta look at it like this. Everything that these motherfuckers they do, and again, this is where the whole 21 years come in at. Everything that we did was documented on a 1594. You know, now I don't know if they do that shit higher up, but I just look at it like this. Shit rolls downhill. So my whole deal is that they did it and then they put it in memorandum form. And so Trump saw it and he was like, well, damn, you know what? Let me get this out of there. But my whole deal is, if indeed he did steal this shit, right? Was it shit was it something that was really worth stealing? Because my whole deal is this, right? For all of us that are supposed to be woke, and for the most part, it's okay to be woke, but let's just say that, okay, this is what's happening, right? And then this hand right here is the woke individual, right? So by the time y'all this woke motherfuckers get to this point, guess what? That's what the fuck is that happen. So basically what you need to do is be like this. Or if all possible, like this. Right? But the thing about it, though, we can, like I say, if I told my good friend about this just yesterday, right? For the most part, if you're really paying attention, and if you've been around the motherfucker, if you've been around for a little bit like me, right, then you already like this. Because you already see what these motherfuckers did 30 years prior. Okay? So again, so I know what the title says. The man, the legend, not a myth. Right? Because let's just put it out there, people. Unless there's a actual factual law saying that you got to pay income tax, right? That's why Trump did what he did, right? And let's just say for whatever reason, that right there, that right there is enough to make him to be the man and to be a motherfucking legend, right? Because this motherfucker actually really went against the one thing that a lot of motherfuckers are scared of. Right? And, so I think the only thing that actually really needs to happen now, which I think it has happened, right? But we need more of it to happen. Where that you get some like average motherfucker that really know the system and be like, you know what? Motherfucker paying a goddamn income tax or filing income tax, right? And let's just see what the fuck happens. But the thing about it, though, is this. The IRS, they know that they bullshit. But this is how they get you. You're young, you get married, you have kids. And especially if you're under a certain tax bracket, You have kids, guess what? That's $3,000. So every child you get is three grand. So the average motherfucker hear that. So guess what the hell they finna go do? They finna go get knocked up because they already know, hey, come January, right? Or whenever, or however fast, or how fast you can file your income tax, you know that's money coming your way. 3 kids, shit, that's $9,000. 4, I mean, shit, y'all do the math, people. So this is how they get you, right? This, and for all intents and purposes, this is how these motherfuckers keep track of the U.S. census. Every time you go file motherfucking taxes, right? They want to know your name, your social security, your address, your age, and if you're married or not, and how many kids have you got, if any, or how many people are you motherfucking putting up. This is how they use, because they already know the average motherfucker is gonna want that money. And so Trump said, well, shit, I'm making money. I ain't got no kids. Yeah, I got kids, but they grown. So I can't get shit from them. So the fuck I need to report to you for? And then let's not talk about the other shit that goes on during the month. So you're going to get that big piece of money at income tax time, and then here come your food stamps or whatever. So for the most part, you tripping the life fantastic. All goddamn year round. All goddamn year out. So what does this have to do with Donald Trump being the man and the legend? It was just for the simple fact that this motherfucker, he actually really know what the fuck is going on with the United States government. It was just for the simple fact that he was probably like one of the few in a while that said, hey, guess what? You fake news. You full of shit. And no, I'm not going to turn in my goddamn, I'm not finna show y'all shit. I'm not finna show you how much money I make. What the fuck for? And they like this shit. And then, see, here's another thing too, people. This is something else that y'all actually really got to understand. And this is where I say, this is where it actually really comes into play. When he snatched those documents, even if there was actually like really some documents that's actually like really worthwhile talking about. See, that's another thing too, right? So you steal them. So you leave out the White House. Don't nobody know you got this shit. Now all of a sudden, now that they came up, because here's the deal. They already figured out, well, look, we can't get this motherfucker on the shit that happened on January 6th. So now we finna try to get him on some other shit. So this is what the fuck they do. It's almost like, okay, well, what new nigga rule is this? As much as I hate saying the word, but I'm just looking at the simple fact that, but then again, you also gotta look at it like this. If you look at and see, this is where you really gotta know your American history about the presidents. And last one of them bastards was criminal. But then again, you almost got to ask yourself, okay, well, why was they criminal in the first place? And I told y'all this years ago. I'm like, look, when you get a country that is built by the criminal, ran by the criminal, who the fuck you think is on goddamn benefit? So whatever the fuck happened over there in England, they didn't like what the fuck was going on. So they said, well, fuck it, I'm out. They snatched them 9 times out of 10, they snatched some shit. They didn't have no bit of snatching. They got on the boat and they brought their ass over here. So they brought their ass over here. They established new shit. Right? And then now you have what they call the motherfucking United States of America. Right? So again, this ain't nothing new, right? They was criminal back then. Even the so-called black folks, they was criminal too, right? And you gotta be like, okay. I mean, motherfucker, look, the gift of the gab was the motherfucker. I can sit up here all goddamn day long and say, look, I can play with your titty or your ass all doggone day long, right? I can tell you I'm gonna do it, but I need for you to put me in office first. Okay, then you put me in office, guess what? Do you really think I'm finna play with your titty or your ass? Hell no. I'm in office now. Go get somebody else to play with it. So the thing about it though is this. They put this motherfucker in office. Right? Because they know the American people, okay, yeah, y'all think that y'all vote. Y'all think y'all vote count, but it don't. It really don't. Right? These people, they already know who they're going to put in office and why. Right? And I just listened to my man, Zach Hubbard, right? But then again, what he said, he was like, hey, look, go back and listen to what Gerald Ford said about how he felt that the first female president was going to come into play. And again, I told y'all that. I mean, that was back in 89, right? But I told y'all that when Biden and Harris got in the office. I'm like, look, that motherfucker is not going to last too long. That motherfucker going to die in office, and then that bitch going to take over. I told y'all that, right? And then, and see, here's another thing too, right? Maybe this is where, let's just say for shits and giggles, maybe these are the documents that Trump stole, right? Because you think about it. They overturned the motherfucking Roe versus Wade, right? Homosexuality been running rampant ever since Obama left office, right? So let's actually really stop and think about this for a minute. So homosexuality is running wild. Then you're going to stop the abortion law. Why? Because you got too many of the alphabet group people running around this motherfucker. And people like myself, right? We ain't trying to have no more goddamn kids. Shit, we're too old. So when you put all that shit into play, right? So again, let's just look at the simple fact that, hey, maybe Trump did steal some shit that he wasn't supposed to steal. But the thing about it though is this. For those that really know what the fuck, whatever the hell that he did steal, shit, we already knew it was going to happen in the first place. So for those of y'all that don't know, and no, I don't know how to do the goddamn, put the link in the description. There's type up, go on YouTube, type up Gerald Ford. Okay, yeah. So so the thing about it though is what go back, go pull up that speech. It's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, right? And he actually really gave his idea, and it was in '89, people, which that wasn't too long ago. He gave his idea on how the first female president would come about, right? So again, so if they knew that, if Gerald Ford knew that way back as far as '89, there's no they kept that shit. They had to have kept it on file, right? So again, whatever the fuck that Donald Trump, damn Trump, whatever the fuck that Donald Trump stole, it all depends on how you, as the American citizen, look at it. You may look at it like, well, shit, whatever the fuck he did steal, hell, we already knew what it was gonna. We already knew it was gonna happen in the motherfucking way, right? Or it could be another goddamn distraction. The only thing that I'm looking at as far as like Donald Trump goes is that, hey, look, when they asked for his goddamn tax return, he didn't show them motherfuckers nothing. And it's just for the simple fact, shit, income tax, that shit is unconstitutional. But when you ain't got no money, and the first time that you get the first time that somebody give you the opportunity to give you your first big piece of change, what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna jump to it. So take it how you want it, people. Last piece of business. Kim, Kanye, and old motherfucking Pistol Pete. apparently, Kim and Pete that went their separate ways. Now they were like, okay, well, what's the possibility of Kim and Kanye getting back together? Let me tell you something, people. They were never separated. They were never separated. Kanye was away on business. Put like this. Kanye and Pete probably like the best of friends. Kanye was away on business. He put motherfucking Pete in charge. Then he started some shit with DL. Because, you know, DL, the only thing he got is a motherfucking radio show. The bastard ain't that goddamn funny. I mean, let's be real. Right? And so then Kanye gonna make it seem like that he gonna send one of his goons after DL. And so I'm just like, okay, if you really was gonna get at somebody, right? And for those of y'all know where I'm from, and I'm just telling you, I don't do it, but I know motherfuckers that do, right? For motherfuckers, if put like this, if they really want to get at your ass, guess what? Ain't no motherfucking talking. They know where the fuck you at. They coming in guns blazing, right? That's why I knew right then and there. I knew it was bullshit, right? Because the real a true motherfucker ain't gonna give a damn, right? You would say, hey, look, go get this motherfucker here, right? He gonna go do it. And like I said, y'all bought that shit hook, line, and sinker. And I'm pretty sure I've said some shit that's probably going against what the fuck I'm saying now. But even then, I told y'all then, right? Anytime when a motherfucker wants you, hey, look, they gonna get you, right? Ain't nobody finna talk about nothing. And if Kanye really wanted him, don't you know Kanye could have got him? So just know this, people. Kim and Kanye, they were never separate. Then all of a sudden, I mean, let's think about this shit for a minute. All of a sudden, they motherfuckers, they separate. Now the bullshit sex tape want to come out. That shit that she did with her and Ray J. Right? Wow, really? So here you come with one goddamn this. Here you come with one motherfucking drive. Like you really will go house to house. Hey, you got that sex tape? Like they really gonna give you that shit. And just like I said in the previous show about this same subject, I had that shit. Really didn't know what the fuck I was looking at because didn't nobody know who the fuck Kim Kardashian was then. Right? At least I know I didn't. I looked at it and it was garbage, so I tossed it. Because anytime you got a fake ass and the ass to leg ratio is all kinds of fucked up, no. Who dick finna get hard for that? So, in other case, people, that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about motherfucking Donald Trump. If the motherfucker stole some shit, 9 times out of 10, it probably wasn't even worth stealing. And just know, right? These motherfuckers, the powers that be or the powers that shouldn't be, they put motherfuckers in place. And they make it seem like that they're on your side. Every once in a while. But in all actuality, they ain't. So, with that being said, hey, guess what? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street around the corner, Paulus Harris, a.k.a. the Crazy Uncle. And just because you saw me do this, that don't mean a goddamn thing. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not a part of that shit. So anybody that's actually really trying to analyze what the fuck I'm talking about, you go suck a fat baby's balls. Till next time.